Hey, what's going on, guys? Gamer Dude back once again, bringing you some more informative gaming news. But before we begin, you'll know the routine, or at least I hope you do by now. If you aren't new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe, because it would just be your good deed of the day. Same applies if you are a returning viewer. Now then, after quite a hiatus, we're back. Yes, I am back, and we are back with some Marvel's Spider-Man 2 news. And that news being that a new surprise update has just dropped for the game. Now, don't get too excited. It doesn't add anything new. There are no new suits, anything like that. It's just a patch update. But it is a rather interesting patch update, and it is worthy of covering. So, without further ado, let's get right into it and see what this patch gives us. So, a brand new Spider-Man 2 update is now available to download, and it addresses some various bugs and glitches related to graphics and accessibility features. The latest patch update is now available to download for free, bringing several bug fixes and other requested improvements from fans. Insomniac launched the latest chapter of its critically acclaimed open world superhero series on the PlayStation 5 back in October. And of course, we all know it put Peter and Miles up against Kraven and Venom and the Lizard, etc. Basically, the game was a smash hit. And it has so far, as of recording this video, sold over 5 million copies worldwide. And it has been ranked as one of Insomniac's highest rated releases. Now, of course, every game, especially superhero games, release with flaws. And Insomniac has spent the past few months working to address Spider-Man 2's various glitches and perceived shortcomings through free, downloadable update patches, much like the first game. The biggest of these patches came in March and finally added the highly anticipated New Game Plus, and the ability to replay story missions alongside a host of new costumes. Well, I say host, we got 2, and the other 2 you've got to temporarily pay for before they will later be made available for free. So, why pay for them if you can just wait? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, it also added the ability for some new upgrades. There was a new upgrade tree for weapons, for gadgets and stuff, and there was a new kind of like I want to say ability system, but it wasn't really abilities. It was just like a new sort of past level 60, like ultimate upgrades, like the first game had. But anyway, Insomniac has released Marvel Spider-Man 2 version 1.0203, an update patch that fixes bugs and glitches across a variety of different areas. One of these fixes corrects an issue players have been encountering with some of the game's costumes, particularly Andrew Garfield's updated costume from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in which Spider-Man's mask would appear kind of wavy. It looked kind of 8-bitty in certain scenes. I must admit I had experienced this myself, and it's why I kind of didn't wear the Garfield suit as much as I wanted to. It also addressed an issue where save data was seemingly disappearing. Custom accessibility presets were resetting upon death, and the newly added screen reader feature not properly reading certain in-game text. Now, fans are still eagerly awaiting news on the post-launch story DLC, because by now, Insomniac had already told us what they were going to give us for the first Spider-Man game. They'd already told us we were getting the City That Never Sleeps at this point when the first game released. And people are starting to wonder if it's actually happening, because there's just been a heavy load of layoffs at a lot of gaming industries. And a lot of people are now wondering, well, is this actually going to happen now? Or are they just going to make another half game? I mean, we don't actually know what's going on with it, because they've been rather tight-lipped in Spider-Man 2's case, as opposed to the first Spider-Man game, where they were really open with us. They told us everything that was coming in terms of suits and DLCs. Whereas this, we got New Game Plus months after its release. We got 2 suits with that update and nothing in the interim. And again, the first Spider-Man game had a bunch of this pretty much right after launch. So a lot of people are just wondering what's happening with it. Now, of course, after the famous Insomniac data breach last December, nothing has officially been confirmed, but we do know what they have planned. A more recent leak has hinted that Janice Lincoln, aka the Beetle, could be the main antagonist for a post-launch DLC campaign. And other Spider-Man 2 speculation suggests appearances from Carnage, that was heavily teased anyway, or Daredevil, which some people have come across a hideout which appears to be from the Daredevil universe, or even a guest cameo from Wolverine ahead of his own particular game appearance, which he's getting sometime next year. Anyway, while gamers wait for more legitimate confirmation about any new Spider-Man 2 story content, they can at least enjoy the smaller adjustments made to the game in its latest patch update. Now, I'm going to address some of these patches now, well, all of these patches now, so please bear with me. It's a rather long list. If you get bored, just skip out now. I've pretty much told you everything that's come to this update, so if you don't want to hear anything, just tune out now. I don't blame you. Now then, they have fixed a variety of suits. They've addressed an issue where masks and lenses on certain suits would appear wavy, or in my case 8-bitty, notably on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. Addressed an issue where the webbing on the classic suit appeared blurry. Addressed an issue where Peter's Hellfire Gala suit would have glowing lights around the mask. Don't see an issue with that. That would make it look kind of cool. Addressed an issue where an orb of light would appear on Peter's Iron Spider suit. General game fixes addressed an issue where some users' save data would disappear, notably after version 1.02. Addressed an issue where the game would prompt users to start a new game instead of continuing their current New Game Plus save file. Addressed an issue where the sun would move across the sky when using the sunset time of day setting. Addressed an issue where the charge jump tutorial prompt wouldn't show up when avoiding the security guard in the roll like we used to flashback mission. Addressed an issue where the L1 and R1 prompts wouldn't show up to pick up Dima's steak in New Game Plus, Dima being Kraven's tiger. Addressed an issue where the duffel bag would show skin/suit damage. General fixes. They've addressed some environmental textures and bugs in the open world. Admittedly, I came across quite a few of those. They've added some general stability improvements to address common crashes and performance hiccups. Accessibility. They've addressed an issue where accessibility presets would reset any additional customizations upon death, restart, or reloading checkpoints. Addressed missing high contrast shaders during the EMF Prospect Park B-Drone mission. Addressed an issue where the screen reader would automatically turn off when selecting a new game save slot. Addressed an issue where the screen reader would not properly read certain text, including confirmation windows, the initial shortcut menu on setup, 120Hz display mode confirmation, and more. They've also added a skip puzzle option to tether puzzle in make your own choices. So that's it. No new suits, no information on any new content, just a couple of patches and bug fixes. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that's not to say that these patches and updates aren't paving the way for a new update. Maybe they're just trying to improve everything that's wrong with it right now, so the new content that comes to the game won't have any of these issues and it can just be played without a series of bugs and glitches. Because nobody's going to play it. Nobody's going to want to play it if it's just full of bugs and glitches. Everybody's going to bitch and moan and complain and be like, oh, it's unplayable. Oh, why did I pay for this? Oh, why did I get this? Oh, why have you done this? It's unfinished. You know how it goes these days. But yeah, that's about it for this video then, so I hope you all enjoyed it. And once again, if you are new to the channel, please make sure you smash that like button and drop me a subscribe, because it would just be your good deed of the day. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys think that we're in for some new content, any pre-DLC storage stuff anytime soon? Do you think we're in for some new suits anytime soon? Or do you think they're just going to drop a DLC and some new suits with the DLC? Let me know down below. So yeah, that being said then, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all in the next one, guys.